For my presentation today, I will be covering my professional literature review. What will I be covering today? What is professionalism? Steps, phrases exist. Steps and phases exist to explain the process of professional identity and development. Information on clinical/social work crisis intervention. What is professionalism? Professionalism can be defined as a set of skills, behavior, and philosophy resulting from the basic relationship in human interactions. According to Stephen Webb, he defines it more as the social worker's concept of their self through their attitudes, values, motives, and experience that has guided to this point in their life. Values and motivation can go hand in hand with the fact that the decision-making process is driven by how the professional sees the world and how, as individuals, view right from wrong. Steps and phases exist to explain the process of professional identity development. According to Bradman University Career Services, professionalism can be listed in 8 categories. I mean 7. Honoring commitments and getting the job, being on time for work, paying attention to cultural norms and following them, keeping communication in check, keeping professional business work to a minimum, personal business to a minimum, take notes during meetings, keeping social media clear from work issues, and avoid the politics and gossip. All these 8 topics can create a healthy work environment. When everybody is on time for meetings, that means that meetings can be finished on time, so that way the workflow functions properly. When everybody keeps their meetings and also keeping their personal life on the outside of work, this can also help in the manner that reducing drama within the workplace. That the workplace is reserved for work and for the company's time. And then also not putting drama from work or work issues on social media accounts, as this can perceive that the business is not properly functioning properly, and it can create a backlash on your part. Motivation. Motivation determines why, whether, and how we work. There can be a strong element of control held by skilled individuals as to the terms to which they work and what motivates them to choose an employer. So we all have certain types of motivation, depending on our background and where we've come, whether it's hardship or not. And we all have specific moments in our life that determines which direction we go in the workplace. So yes, we interview for jobs. Yes, they give us offers. But ultimately it is up to us to accept those offers. And if we feel that it's not the correct fit for us, then we don't accept those offers, because it may not feed the motivation and the passion that we have to be able to work that 110% that we should for our companies. Know one's strength and weakness. According to, I'm probably going to murder this, Nguyen, a person's strength was always his weakness and vice versa. So even though we like to only focus on our strengths, and most people can't think of a weakness because they don't like to evaluate themselves to determine what they need to improve on. But when we improve on our weaknesses and are aware of our weaknesses to be able to help become strengths and not just wallow that, oh, well, I'm not good at computers. Well, computers are turning into a very valuable tool in the workplace, no matter what agency or hospital. A lot of places are going 100% online. So instead of wallowing on the aspect that you don't understand a computer, then there are resources to learn how to properly function a computer, even on a basic level. And then turning that weakness then into a strength after taking either classes or having someone show you or having a friend help you out. This can all be valuable in the long run. Clinical social work / crisis intervention. So according to the NASW, it gives a clear picture as to what is a clinical social worker. It's a specialty practice area of social work, which focuses on the assessment, diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of mental illness, emotional, and other behavioral disturbances. So I chose this to concentrate towards my end of my literature review is because this would be the category of social work that I would want to work with. Because mental illness is dear to my heart, because a lot of my family members do suffer from depression, anxiety, ADD, ADHD, schizophrenia, paranoid schizophrenia, and the list goes on. This has always intrigued me because of the stigma that's placed on those with mental health issues. And I want to be one of those types of people that helps break those stigmas. Because we all have a form. There's more people that have a mental illness, whether they speak up about it or not, than those that don't. And so even though we quote-unquote say the person's normal if they don't have a mental health disorder, I would argue that since there are more people with mental health, wouldn't they be then considered normal, and those that don't abnormal? But that can go into another topic at another time. So, in the United States, mental illness has become more common, as 25% of adult Americans with a form of mental illness, and those that suffer from multiple symptoms corresponding to a distinct disorder, adds up to 11% of Americans. So in the conclusion, within the workplace we all want to be professional. Depending on how we dress, our attitude, the way that we handle ourselves, not just with our clients or patients, or however the facility names the people that we treat and that we help. But we also need to be professional with our coworkers, our boss, and even the time that is within our workplace. Whether it be meetings, whether it be appointments that we need to make or our clients need to make for us to facilitate transportation. Because ultimately we are the outward appearance of the facility, and we are the reputation of that facility. So by not airing out dirty laundry about the facility and not going to the person that you have issues with or your boss, then creating a good, positive environment for our clients can go a long way, especially when they are in a difficult situation within their lives, because they're coming to us for help. And if they see a lot of negative aspect and negative attitudes within the workplace, then they're not going to want to ask for help. So by creating a positive professional environment, it creates the environment where clients can come in and ask for help and ask for the needs that they need. Here are a list of some of my references that were in my paper and also within the PowerPoint. I hope this information was very helpful, and you all have a good day.